Hey, what's going on, Flash Mob? I just wanted to make a real quick video to show you guys some of the updates that I made to my Komodo. I feel like I was able to finally make the best handheld setup that I could, as well as something small enough to fit on my gimbal. Run the intro. For me, I love being able to set up my camera as quick as possible and still have maximum functionality. So with that, I was able to Frankenstein a few different pieces to make what I feel is the best possible way to set up your Komodo. I'm not sponsored by anyone, but I feel like this is the best way to put together the Komodo. So if you want anything in this video, I'll make sure to leave it in the description below. So the first thing is something new that I got, which is the 8-SIN camera cage. So if you guys can see this here, it's literally a 3-part piece. There's a piece that goes on this side, a piece that goes on the bottom, and there's also one that goes on the left-hand side, but I'll tell you why I didn't go with that one in a minute. But yeah, it's just a lightweight camera case that just makes it easy to add some more mounting points to it. To set it up is really easy. You just need a couple of screws that go into here, and then to connect it to the base plate, a few more screws that just screw right into the bottom. And just like that, that's done. So one thing I didn't really like about the Komodo was its mounting points on the base. So basically it gave you 2 screws and that's it. With this, now as you guys can see, you get a ton of new mounting points. And honestly, for a gimbal or anything else, this makes a world of a difference. Now the reason I didn't put on the left side plate is because I wanted to use this. This is the red side grip. And honestly, like without saying too much, it just makes a lot of sense. It already has a bunch of mounting points on it and it makes it really, really easy for you to grip and hold this camera. So I want to use this instead. So the next thing I want to talk about is this wooden camera arc or Swiss monitor plate. And the reason why I decided to go with this one is because I hate having shaky monitors and different parts on the camera, and this is just rock solid. And one of the items that I got with it is the top handle, and I'll show you guys real quick. It just slides right in like that. You lock it down, and this is not going anywhere. And for me, it was just super easy to mount this. Like you slide it in, you lock it down, and you're ready to lift this camera up. And the beautiful thing about it is you get a really good grip on it without having a huge handle. And I love that. Everything is really compact, small, and good to go. This handle also gives you a ton of other mounting points and some 50mm rod insertions, and really and truly a nice little cold shoe mount that you can add accessories to that we're gonna take a look at in a few minutes. The next thing that I got for this was the side handle. So I got the Tilta wooden side handle with the NATO rail. So all I did was added a NATO rail to the 8-SIN mount. And then basically you just take the handle, slide it on, lock it down, and now you have another handle ready to go on your camera. Really easy. And then just as easy, you can unlock it and slide it right off. Now this is amazing when I want to put it on a gimbal, or if I want to go for a shoulder rig or any other type of rig where I don't need a handle. It's just that easy to take it off and put it on. So let's talk about powering this camera. So what's cool about the Komodo is that you have some different options. So one of the key features that I would say is really cool about it is that you're able to use hot swappable Canon BP batteries. So I decided to go with the BP 955s. So this is the red version. It's basically exactly the same as the Canon, they just swapped the logo. So what's cool about this is that you can just slide it on, lock it down, and push it down. Now your camera has battery. What's really cool, like I said, is if one of these batteries die, instead of turning off the entire camera, you could just take this one off, replace it with another one, and you're ready to go again. For me, I'm probably gonna get a couple more of these just so I could go all day, but that's pretty much the advantage of having these batteries. And as you guys can see, it just keeps the form factor of the camera as small as possible. Like literally, all I gotta do is add a lens to this, and this is like ready to go. You can shoot with this. These batteries are a bit pricey at $160, but I guarantee like this is the best way to power your Komodo. So there is one other option that I want to show you guys. So this is for when I need a little bit more juice and I don't really want to be swapping batteries as often. I went with the Tilta dual battery to V-mount option. So basically all this does is it slides right in here like this, just like how the batteries would. Slide it down like that, cool. And then you take the battery, and in this case I decided to go with the Core SWX Nano version. So this is a 98 watt battery, and look at how tiny it is. Like, it's beautiful. You basically take this, slide it on, and there you go. Again, this is fully capable of shooting. Right now as it is, all you gotta do is add on a lens. But a couple reasons why I decided to go with the Tilta V-mount battery is that it gives you a couple of P-tap options here and here. It also gives you a couple of 2-pin options. So this becomes really useful when you want to take the battery off of the camera and maybe set it up somewhere else. So for example, on a gimbal, you can take the battery off, get a plug that goes from P-tap to, I don't know, 2-pin LEMO, and then you're able to power the camera basically. One thing I also want to show you guys, especially about these batteries, is just how much smaller they are than my previous setups. So to give you guys an example, this is a 75 watt battery. Look at that, 75 watts. And at the time, this was a really slim, nice and sleek, lightweight battery. But when you compare it to this one now, like, which one of these do you want to travel with? This one is not only way smaller, but it's way more capacity. It's 98 watts compared to 75. And just the way how it fits on the Komodo, it's like perfect. It's like it was literally made for this camera. And just to show you guys one more option, this is my 190 watt battery. I mean, do we even have to compare? Do we even have to compare? I mean, look at this. And just to give you guys a real fair idea of what we're talking about here, this one has more capacity than this one at 150 compared to 98. But this one powers my Komodo for about 3 hours. And this one powers my red Scarlet-W for about 3 hours. So if we're talking about size and space of traveling and all that kind of stuff, again, do you want to carry this or would you rather carry this? So let's talk about the monitor mount now. So I got this one from Tilta. It's basically a phone mount, and what I like about this is it has the cold shoe mount on here like this, and there's a hot shoe right here. So basically, you guys could probably already guess it. Slide that in there. Twist to lock right there. So what's cool about the Komodo is that you can actually use your phone and full control to actually have your phone control the entire camera. So what I like to do a lot of times is just connect my phone to the camera, put it on here like this. To make sure it's locked down. And basically now I have a wireless monitor. And again, just to keep the size down and everything else that we've been talking about, like, look at how small I'm able to keep this camera. What's cool is it also tilts, of course, so I can fit it in any orientation I want. And it swivels, so if I want to, you know, monitor myself while the camera's looking at me, I also have that ability as well. The other option I got was a cold shoe mount from Small Rig, and basically a Condor Blue quick release plate. So this one's cool as well because, again, it uses the same idea as a cold shoe and hot shoe. You just put it on, twist and lock. You just choose your monitor, and in this case I chose a Small HD Indy 7, and slide it in, lock it down, and then right away you have a full monitor available to use on your Komodo. Really and truly all you have to do is connect a couple of these cables. So I have a 12G SDI cable, D-tap to LEMO, so power the monitor, and as well as the Komodo control. So I went ahead and got that so I can control the whole camera through the monitor system. So I'm just gonna put on a lens so we can see how it looks. And there we go, we have a fully functional camera at this point. Minus, of course, the cables. But I'd be more than happy to travel with this. Really and truly, I'm probably gonna buy a few more of these batteries and one that's even a smaller capacity and a little bit smaller. But other than that, like, I think this is it. That's it. And again, just as easily as it is to build it, I can quickly unscrew this, take off my monitor, take this off, take off the battery, take off the top mount handle, and of course take off the lens. And we're literally right back where we started from. And this packs into my camera bag really nicely. The best thing about having a Red Cam is that it's super modular. If I want to create a full shoulder rig, I can. If I wanted a full production rig, I can. If I wanted to strip it down to its bare bones and use it on a gimbal or with a Steadicam, I can. If you have any questions about my build or you just want to show some love, make sure you leave it down in the comments below. And if you want to connect with me a little bit closer, make sure you hit me up on Instagram. I literally try to respond to every single comment that I have, so if you want to talk to me, that's the best way to do it. Just being honest. Until the next video, guys, remember to look, learn, and share. Take it easy, guys.